Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about must-have products for beginners. And by must-have products, I mean things that if you want to start your own little makeup bag or makeup drawer and you don't know where to start, what to get. There's so many things out there that sometimes you're just overwhelmed. I know when I first started doing my own makeup, it was a little crazy. I was overwhelmed with all of these YouTube videos and watching everybody do their face that I was like, where do I start? So this is where I'm gonna help you guys if you are just starting your little makeup bag. So we have, well, I have here mostly drugstore products. Actually, pretty much everything is drugstore products except for one thing that I highly recommend, but we'll get there. By the way, I just want to warn you guys, this is going to be a pretty long video because there's a lot to talk about. Start off with primers. Primers are very important. They are going to prime your face and get it ready and make your makeup last so much longer, and it just wears so much better when you wear a primer. So I have combination skin, which is oily on my T-zone. So what I like to use is the baby skin or any kind of like pore mattifying primer. I really like this one because it covers up a little bit of my pores. Honestly, I don't see myself having big pores on my nose, but I like how it smoothens it out for foundation. Also for my smile lines that I have here, which I started noticing a lot more now, I like to put this over, but let me show you. So this is the one that's like almost done. Okay. Well, and that happened. So you see how it looks? It's just a clear little kind of like a gel kind of, and see how matte it gets right here. So that is the primer. This is the baby skin primer. So I like to put this on my nose and on my smile line. So what I do is I take like a good amount, not like heavy amount, but like a good amount just for my lines, to really set it there and pat it in there to apply my foundation. And I feel like that really helps my lines a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna put on my fan. I'm sorry, but it is hot. I'm using my kid's stroller fan. That'll help. It's really hot. Okay, so I'm really sorry if you guys hear it in the background, but it's really hot. So the next primer is also by Maybelline, and this is the Master Prime, and I have this in Blur and Smooth. Once again, for my smile lines that I like to blur. And this one comes in, I'm pretty sure they have like different ones. I think one is like for redness, and you just have to kind of figure out what your face needs. So for eye primers, I love using the Milani eye primer. I feel like it's a dupe for the Too Faced Shadow Insurance that I love. I didn't bring it out with me right now. It's in the room and really don't want to get up. But Milani has a really good eyeshadow primer. It stays on for hours, like hours without creasing. Okay, now for foundation. So if you have very oily skin, I definitely recommend the Maybelline Infallible. I love this foundation. It's matte, but it's not like a very drying matte. I don't know, I really love this foundation. You guys need to try this out. And a foundation is basically going to even out your skin tone, cover up any kind of imperfections you want to hide. Also the Milani foundation, this is more of a, I wouldn't say luminous, but it doesn't dry matte, so it's more of a satin finish. So this is what the Milani foundation looks like, and I do have mine in the shade 07 Sand, and my Infallible I have it in 107 Fresh Beige. So moving on to concealers. Concealers are used to cover up imperfections such as dark circles. Sometimes if you have like a little pimple, if you just put a tad bit of concealer before your foundation, it really helps cover it up. But you just have to like put a little bit and then just take your beauty sponge, your damp beauty sponge, and then just press it on. Don't move it around, just like tap it on. And also they are used to highlight your face. So what you want to do, so with concealers, you want to get like 2 shades lighter than your skin tone in order to highlight your face. And where you want to highlight is under your eyes, your forehead, nose, chin. It's up to you. Wherever you want to put that highlight on, you go and do that. And by highlight, I don't mean that this highlight, I just mean like the under eye highlight. It just makes it pop more. And like I said, also for dark circles. So what I like to do is I like to get a concealer that is like 1 shade lighter than my skin tone, and then get a lighter, like 2 shades lighter, and mix them together. That way I can have like a nice base, because I'm still scared to put it too light because I feel like I'm gonna look silly, but I'm working on it. So now for powders. This is where it gets a little tricky. So Ben Nye has a neutral set powder, but this one you would have to get online. Now, Rimmel London has the Stay Matte powder. Please excuse mine. I obviously use this. And this is in the shade Translucent. Now you can use this and just... I'm about to make a mess right now. But I forgot who I saw do this, but I saw somebody do this and I was like, duh, that's smart, because I really like this powder. So what they did was they just like scratched it off, and that's a mess. Basically, you just scratch it off and then use that as a loose powder. Get your beauty blender or whatever and press it on. So this is used to set your concealer, set your foundation, set anything you want to set. You can also set your eyeshadow primer with it, which you must set your eyeshadow primer as well, because if not, when you apply your eyeshadows, it's not going to apply well. So I definitely recommend this Rimmel London Stay Matte. This is actually the first powder I ever used, and I haven't used it in a long time because I got stuck on the Laura Mercier, which is also an amazing powder, but if you want to get something more on a budget, this is more budget friendly. Also the Airspun Loose Face Powder, which to me, I don't know, I have a love-hate relationship with this powder because I feel like sometimes it gives me a white cast and I don't like that. But you can try it out, see how you like it for yourself. They do sell this in the drugstore. I think I got mine in Duane Reade, yeah. So to bronze, my first bronzer ever was the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzer. This is what it looks like. I got mine in the shade Sunny. And I've heard this is a dupe for the Benefit Hoola. I haven't tested it out, but I've heard that it is a dupe for it. And I love this bronzer because it didn't leave my face looking too crazy, I would say. Because when I first started, obviously everything looks weird when you first apply it and you don't know if you're doing it correctly, and sometimes you're like, let me just take this off. But I really love how this blends it out. It doesn't come on too heavy and you have time to work with it. So apply a little bit at a time and work with it. So to contour, back when I started this, which was 2 years ago that I started doing my makeup, well, not my makeup, but like really heavy makeup, you know, they didn't have a contour kit. So I was looking around, I didn't know what to contour with, and I was also scared of contouring because I didn't want to contour the wrong places and it's just gonna look weird. So you guys are lucky though, because Wet n Wild came out with this contour palette, and this palette is so good. Like, it's amazing. It blends out so nicely, little at a time. And they also show you here some contouring tips, which depending on your face shape, what I did was, okay, so you go on Google and you type, I think it's like contouring for different faces or something like that, and then you're gonna get a picture. So the picture is gonna show you a round face, heart face, square face, I don't know, but they have all these pictures laid out for you, and then they will show you, they will demonstrate like where to contour. So to me, I forgot what shape it was. I don't know. I forgot what shape my face is, but what I like to contour is right here, a little bit on my forehead, and down here. So now for blush. Blush was another product that was a little tricky for me because I didn't want to look like a clown. So what I stuck with was the Milani Romantic Rose. I'm pretty sure it was Beauty by Rosita Applebaum that was using this, and I saw how like nice and nude, and you could barely see any kind of blush there, but it gave it like a nice sheen. So I just stuck with this blush for so long, and you can use it with pretty much any kind of look. So if you guys are able to place an order online, I would definitely recommend you check out Morphe brushes. They just recently came out with this beautiful blush palette and this is what it looks like. I feel like the shades are pretty easy to work with. Sometimes I feel like blushes that I've seen, they like look too dark for me or too bright, and it's a little scary to work with. So I really like those. So another product that I have here is a highlight. Now this highlight, I did purchase it online because I could not find it in stores. And you guys probably already know what it is. And this is the Wet n Wild Highlighting Mega Glow Powder, and this is in the shade Precious Petals. If you guys can find it online when it is available, you should definitely pick it up because it's $4, and this highlight is beautiful. And if you're not trying to spend much money on it, get that one. Also, I am having a little giveaway on my Instagram. It ends on Friday. It ends on Friday, July 30th. So if you guys want to win those 2 highlights by Wet n Wild, go enter my giveaway. Moving on, this is the Maybelline Master Contour. I don't like the contour shade on here. I don't know, I just don't prefer it. However, the highlighting shade, this highlighting shade is amazing. Okay, so let me swatch the Wet n Wild one as well. So the top one is the Maybelline highlight and the bottom one is the Wet n Wild, and both of them are so beautiful, and I just love how they blend out and they just look really nice. I do have both of them on today, and as you can see, we're glowing on a budget. So moving on to eyes. So this is where I had a little bit of difficulty getting the correct eyeshadows for myself, because at that time I didn't know about texture and patchiness, and I was just applying eyeshadow, you know. So the only eyeshadow palette that I have here that I actually like is the Milani eyeshadow palette, and they do have different shades to this. This is what the palette looks like. I find that the shades are very easy to work with, and they're pretty nice shades. They also have another palette with brown shades, which is probably easier for a beginner to work with, because I feel like when you're just learning to apply eyeshadows, you should work with colors that are very soft and easy to work with. So this next palette is a lot pricier than all of these products I mentioned. However, I feel like it's better to invest in good eyeshadows, because a lot of drugstore eyeshadows, they're just very patchy and hard to work with. And I feel like if you're a beginner, you're gonna get very discouraged if you're trying to blend out a shadow and it's just not blending for you, and you're thinking that it's you because you're just starting and you're practicing, and you're gonna think that, oh, you're doing a bad job, right? So to me, I think it's better to spend the money you just saved here on eyeshadows. Does that make sense? So I know Morphe has good eyeshadows, and they also have eyeshadow palettes for like $22, I believe, plus shipping. But there's a lot of codes that YouTubers have that you can also use. And Makeup Geek has amazing shadows, and they're $6 each. So you really have a lot to choose from, which these are things that I didn't know back then. So anywho's, moving on. So this was my first high-end eyeshadow palette. You ready? This is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. This is what the palette looks like. I just love this palette. I feel like you can do so many beautiful looks with it, and you can stay so neutral and still have some room to play. You know what I'm saying? Like this shade, I loved to use this shade for my transition. This one as well. And you can also do like a nice kind of brown smoky eye using this brown on this side, and it's not so intensely dark that you're gonna mess up. Like if you keep blending, you'll get it. Trust me, that's how I learned. I love this palette. It has a huge place in my heart. Lips. This is where it also gets a little tricky. But NYX has amazing liquid lipsticks. I love the formula of their liquid lipsticks. I only have 2 of them, and with those 2, I can tell you that they are such a great formula. They lasted for so long, and they don't feel drying on my lips. So this next lipstick is by Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild has the best lipsticks, I would say, from the drugstore. And they're only like $2. And sometimes you could even find them buy one, get one half off. So my favorite shade is Bare It All, and this is just, and this does seem a little too light for me, but I used to pair it with a, like, I think it was like a brown lip liner, and it would just give me a really nice kind of nude-ish lip. So this is what Bare It All looks like. It's pretty pink. Not something I would wear on its own, but it's a very nice color, and this is what the Wet n Wild lipsticks look like. Mine is a little dirty because it's been used. Another formula I like is the Maybelline lipsticks, and this is in the shade Mauve. I think, yeah, I just got this one. This is more purpley. I'm not even talking like about the shade, I'm just showing you guys the lipstick. So this is what the Maybelline lipsticks look like, and this one as well, it dries up to a satin finish, so it's not matte and it's not drying on your lips. One more thing I forgot when I was talking about eyes, and is the eyeliner, duh. So for liquid liners, eyeliner is like a whole different ball game when it comes to applying it, because that shit's hard. I used to play around with eyeliner. It took me forever. Like now I feel like I didn't perfect it, but it became easier for me, if that makes sense. So from the drugstore, the only eyeliner that I like is the NYC liquid liner. So this is what the eyeliner looks like. It has a brush applicator, but it's very easy to apply after you practice. So what I recommend, actually, I'm gonna do an eyeliner video soon because I feel like I'm killing my wing right now. I don't have a wing today, but I feel like I've been killing my wing lately. I don't take as long as I used to, so I feel like I'm ready for that eyeliner video, you know? Okay, so let's talk tools. I don't have any specific ones with me here. I have the ones that I use actually. Let me show you guys. So when it comes to eyeshadows, you want to make sure you're using the correct brushes, because if you're using bad brushes, they're not going to apply or blend your eyeshadow the way you want it to. What I recommend is going on the Morphe website and getting yourself a set of brushes, because it'll probably cost you like $60, I think. I've seen like a nice brush set, but it's going to last you and it's going to improve your skill. I feel like when it comes to brushes, you really need to invest in them. I did order a set of brushes from Amazon. I think it was like 20 pieces for $10, and I was like, yes, $10, 20 brushes in there, right? No, they were horrible. Like, they were really bad. I tried using them, but they were just like bad. When I started using Morphe brushes, I was like, yes, this is where it's at. So my three favorite eye brushes from Morphe are the M441, and this I like to blend out my eyeshadow. I always go back to this one, and I don't know if they still have it on for sale, but I really love the Beauty by Rosita blending brush. I use that all the time I do my makeup. Every time I do my makeup, I need that brush. I just feel like it blends out my eyeshadow so nice. This next one is the Morphe M518, and this is nice for that crease. If you want to blend out that crease nice, this is the way to go. This is the Morphe M518. That's what it looks like. I did use it today, so they are a little dirty. This one is the Morphe M433. I like this brush to pack eyeshadow on my lid, and this is M433. Now, sponges. Morphe also has a beauty sponge, which is $7, I believe. Works very well. I did do a review on it, so I'll link it down below. If you guys don't want to try that one, you can also try the Real Technique sponge, which is also an affordable sponge. They have them in Duane Reade, I think I've seen them, and they do sell them on Amazon. If you have Amazon Prime, they have them there, and this is what it looks like. So with beauty sponges, you do have to wet them and really dampen them. And if you want to splurge a little bit more, I definitely recommend the Beauty Blender. This is like life. Seriously though, this sponge, it will help you with so much. Now, to set the face, I haven't found a setting mist that I really like from the drugstore. So the only one that I have actually liked is the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. And I just feel like it just sets. It's not gonna prolong your makeup. If you want to prolong it, I would recommend the Urban Decay. But this one, I mean, I know Maybelline also has one, so definitely try that one out. But if you want to spend a little bit more, MAC Fix Plus, you can't go wrong. Like this one, yes. Also, I mentioned the Morphe brushes. I forgot to mention Real Technique brushes. So Real Technique brushes are also very good brushes, and you can find them at the drugstore. This is a Real Technique multitask brush, and I like to use this one to apply my blush. And I forgot to mention mascaras. So for mascara, I love the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. I feel like it separates your lashes and it gives them a nice length. I love this mascara. So the next mascara I started using is the Maybelline Voluminous Original, and this is what the packaging looks like. Wow, I almost forgot to mention eyelashes. So I did purchase these from Target, and these are the Vegas Nail Lashes in Grand Glamour. These lashes are $10. This is what they look like. These are more dramatic lashes when you're going for a more dramatic look, but I wanted to include these as well just in case you guys don't know which ones to use. These are also very well known and very good lashes, and these are the Ardell Natural Multi-Pack with the Demi Wispies. These eyelashes are perfect for an everyday look. If you want to wear eyelashes every day, which who are we to judge you, right? You can do that with these. I feel like these are perfect for that everyday look, and they won't look too dramatic, but you'll still look cute, you know? So for lash glue, I love the Revlon Precision Glue. Please excuse mine, it's looking so ratchet right now. Whatever. This is what the tube looks like. And it does have a wand, which is perfect to apply it on your eyelashes. This is what it looks like I said, and don't mind it, it's dirty. Hope this video was helpful to you guys. I have been wanting to film this for so long because when I was starting with my makeup journey, I wish I would have seen a video like this up, seriously, because I didn't know where to start. I didn't know what the heck they were using. I was just like, why are you putting so much shit on your face? You know, I feel like that's everybody's first reaction. Like, what's that for? You know what I mean? And then it's like, here I am with 10 pounds of makeup. But it's just how it works. Let me know if you guys would like to see a high-end addition to this. I will definitely get that out for you guys because in my notebook I do have all of my products written down. Today I just decided to film out of nowhere. I was like, you know what, let me just do this, and I just picked up the products. Didn't even realize they were all drugstore, so I'm definitely gonna call this my drugstore edition. So let me know if you guys want to see a high-end addition to this. Definitely get that up for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up this video and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys on my next one.